Welcome to our channel. Okay, today we will discuss some of the pseudocode questions. And the questions are very simple, but we have to know how to write a pseudocode and how to analyze the question. Okay, coming to this one, the first question is, what is the output of the following pseudocode? Integer I. The meaning is this, we are declaring an integer variable I. Set I is equal to 3. So I am initializing I with a value 3. Got it? So in a normal program, this is a very simple thing, but here our concept is, how do you return a pseudocode? Do while. So this is a do while. In this, no need of any brackets also. This is a do while. In the do while, what is the first statement? Print I plus 3. So the value of 3, I is 3, 3 plus 3. So 6 is printed on the screen. Now I is equal to I minus 1. I value becomes 2. While 2 not equal to 0, the condition is true. Here also the semicolon is not required. 2 not equal to 0, yes. Again move to I plus 3. What is updated I value? Updated I value is 2. So 2 plus 3, 5. In the next iteration, I value is equal to 2 minus 1, 1. 1 not equal to 0. The condition is true. So I plus 3, that is 4. I is equal to 0. I not equal to 0. The condition fail comes out of the loop. So a simple iteration. Simple iteration, the answer is simply 654. Simply you have to know how do you read a pseudocode. So in this session, we completely discuss about pseudocodes. Now, integer A. So A is an integer variable. String str1. Str1 is a string variable. Set means initialization. Set str1 is equal to goose. For example, this is the string assigned to str1. This is called initialization. Remaining thing is very simple. String length of, that is, we have function. Suppose in C language, the function is strlen. Instead of the function, I am using string length of. The name itself specifies the length of a string. The length of a string means simply the number of characters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now A contains a value 5. But in the printf statement, observe A, the symbol is XR. The symbol is XR. I think everyone know XR. What is the result? 1001. The result is 1. 1100. The result is 0. If the two bits are same, the result is 0. If the two bits are different, the result is 1. Similarly, A is equal to 5. This is the binary representation of 5. XR with 1. So 0, 0, 1. XR is a bitwise operator. What is the property? Every number is converted into binary and perform the operation bit by bit and give the result again in decimal representation. 1 and 1, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 1 and 0, both are different one. So what is the decimal representation for 1004? So 4 is the, so we got it. Simple scenario. Now, again, the same example, some modification. A, B, C, the same concept, this one. So first what happens? The highest priority is given to parentheses. You have to know the precedence levels. A value is 1, 0, 0, 0. This is 8. C value is equal to 0, 0, 1, 0. A value is equal to 8, that is 1,000. C value 2 means 0, 0, 1, 0. Perform XR operation. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So after performing XR between A and C, this is the result. Now what to do? Again, the result is XORed with A. So this is the result. For this result, we are XORed with 1, 0, 0, 0. This is A value. Got it? So 0, 1, 0, 0. What is the answer? So the decimal representation is the value 2. So simple thing is analyze step by step. So the C value becomes 2 again. C value becomes 2 again. By this, actually what we understand? So for your convenience only, I am elaborating everything. Here, observe carefully. This XR operation is associative. Associative. What do you mean by associative? A XR B XR C. This is equal to A XR B XR C. This one and this one both are equal. And at the same time, the XR between two values. For example, in this case, the value 8 and 2, it is very simple. We can do. For example, the value of A is some 2000, value of C is some 5000. Convert into binary and perform the operation. It is a very time taken process. That is the reason XR between the same numbers always 0. For example, 100, again 100, 0000. If two numbers XORed means the result is always 0. So here what happens? A and A both are XORed. The result is 0. So 000, it is XORed with C. 0010. That is the reason it's answer. Okay. So in the expression, if more than one term are present, simply that is A present, ignore this one. That is the reason. Again, we are getting 2. Now the simple thing, B is equal to B mod 4. B value is 51 mod 4. So 4 1s are 4, 11, 4 2s are 8. The remainder is 3. Now what is the B value? 3. What is A value? 8. So 8 plus 3 plus 2. So the answer is 13. So 13 is the answer. Okay. So please don't do the XR operation between A and C and then with A. It is a time taken process. Simply A and A matched. The answer is C only. If the same terms, if you are XR'd between the same terms, the answer is blindly 0. Okay. Integer I, J, K. I am declaring 3 variables and initialize K is equal to 1, H. For each I, observe the syntaxes from 1 to 1. That means what is the value of I? I is equal to 1. I less than or equal to 1. The meaning is from 1 to 1. That is the starting value is equal to 1 and the ending value is also 1. So 1 to 1. Next, we are entering into the loop. So I is equal to 1. The condition is also satisfied. We entered into the loop. For each j, from the value of I to 1, from the value of I to 1. So what is the value of j? J is equal to I to up to 1. So initially j is equal to I means j value is equal to 1. So the condition is true. Print of k plus 1. What is the k value? K value is equal to a. Print of k plus 1. The value 9 is printed. Okay. Now coming to the loop. So in the loop again j value from I to 1. So first time j is equal to 1. In the next iteration j minus minus. In the next iteration j minus minus. That is j value is equal to 0. But the condition is up to 1. So it fails. The condition is failed. We comes out of this inner for loop. At the same time, it is also 1 to 1. Okay. So in this case, from 1 to 1 means I plus plus. In this case, j minus minus. So the condition of outer for loop is also failed. Finally, the answer is 9. Okay. Observe the pseudocode. How the values are incremented, how the values are decremented. Now, a simple example, 15 and 7, A and B values. Now, what is updated value? 15 mod 12. 15 mod 12 means what is the remainder? 3. B is equal to 7 mod 4. 7 mod 4 is equal to 3. Now, A is equal to what is updated A value? Updated A value is equal to 3. 3 mod 1. Always 3 mod 1. What is the result? 0. Observe. Modulus means remainder. Here the first two are everyone do the right thing. But in the last case, A is equal to 3 mod 1 means most of the students give the answer as 3. But this is the way. 1 into 3, 3. The remainder is 0. So B is equal to 3 mod 1. What is the answer? Simply here also 0. What is a plus b? A plus b value is also 0. A plus b value is also 0. Okay, this is the output. Now, a simple example. B is equal to 5, A is equal to 2, C is equal to 2. B greater than A, 5 greater than 2. Condition true. If it is true, perform end operation. A greater than C, 2 greater than 2. Condition fail. So the condition fail means this is the false operation. This statement is not executed. That means we are moving into else block. If condition fail, we are moving into else block. In the else block, what is answer? A is equal to B plus 1. That is A is equal to 6. A is equal to 6. Simply 6 plus 5 plus 2. 13. 13 is the answer. 13 is the answer. Okay. Consider an array of float. Array of float. That is, we are considering an array. Which data type? It is a float data type. Calculate the difference between the address of the first and fourth element in the array, assuming float occupies 4 bytes of memory. So what they are asking, for example, this is an array. It contains some set of elements. This is 1000. Assume this is my assumption. 1000. Next element is at 1004. Next element is 1008. Next element is 1012, and so on. What they required? The difference between address of the first two element, this address, and second, third, and fourth, this address. Okay. What is the answer? Simply, we are subtracting two addresses. So for simplicity, I am explaining one topic. For example, P1 is equal to 5000. P2 is equal to some 5040. Assume P1 is equal to 5000. P2 is equal to 5040. So if you perform subtraction between two addresses, generally we assume that the answer is 40, but this is not true. If you subtract between addresses, it returns the number of elements it can store. So the total 40 memory means 40 by 4, 40 by 4, that is 10 elements are occupied. Similarly, here if you don't know the first element address, don't know the fourth element address, but it is an array, all the elements are stored in a contiguous fashion. All the elements are stored in a contiguous fashion. Between first element and fourth element, how many elements we have present? 4 minus 3. Simply 3 elements are present. If 3 elements are present means here they are asking the difference between the addresses. So 3 into 4, that is 12. You got it? The difference between fourth element address and first element address is, that is a 4 minus 1 means 3 elements. Each element occupies 4 bytes. So 3 into 4, 12 bytes. So 12 bytes is the answer. Okay. Next one. Another example. With the given the information provided, find out the address of A of 17 in a one-dimensional array of A of 30. So this is a given array. In this array, you have to find address of 17, but the question, observe carefully. Here the lower bound is 1. What do you mean by lower bound? Generally, our array index we are assuming, for example, 30 means 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, 29. Here 0 is called the lower bound or starting address. But in the question they are given, the lower bound is 1. That is, the array starts from this position, 1 to end at this position. That is the lower bound. And the starting base address is, that is, this address is 1100. Each element occupies 2 bytes. You require which element? 17th element. Simply, the first element address is 1100. 17th element means 17 into 2. 17 into 2. Actually, what is the answer? 34. 17 into 2 means 34. Observe, this is 34 means the end of a 17th element. Actually, for example, a of 17th means, for example, a simple example, if you required array of 3, what is the answer? The first element 1100, 1102, this is 1104. A of 3 value is 1104. 1104, that is simply 3 into 2, 6. But you required 1106, but I am getting only 1104. Why? Because here the index starts from 1. If the index starts from 1 means, if you want to calculate address of 17th element, you have to calculate for this address. Okay, so that is the reason 17 minus 1, 16 into 2, that is 32. So the starting address is 1100 and the new address is this one. So 1132. You got the point? Otherwise, simply calculate. First element 1100, second element 1102, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. Simplicity. Third element, actually 3 into 2, 6, but I am getting 4. Why 4? So this array index starts from 1. That is the reason. Clear? Now, one more simple example. J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. We are repeating a loop from 1 to 5. I is equal to 1 to 5. So print K value. First time, what is the K value? 1 is printed. Next try in the, again observe, this is written inside for loop. These 3 belongs to for loop. This is a pseudocode. Whenever we are writing end for, then only the for loop is ended. That is the reason I am explaining this example. So now J value becomes 2. K becomes K plus J. What is K value? 1. 1 plus 2, 3. K value 1 plus 2, 3. So in the next iteration, that is I is equal to 2. K value is equal to 3. J value becomes 3. K value is equal to 3 plus 3, 6. So which one printed? 1, 3, 6. Observe, this is the answer. So a simple example. I am explaining this example only for the explanation of for loop pseudocode. All these 3 statements belongs to for loop until we are writing end for. Okay. One more example. Value is equal to 1, n is equal to 45, while value less than or equal to n. That is, value means 1 less than or equal to 45. Value is equal to value plus 1 end loop. This is a loop. What is the value? This is the left shift operation. Every left shift operation, value becomes double. Every left shift operation, value becomes double. So first time, for first left shift operation 2, next 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So whenever 32, value 32 less than or equal to 45, again the condition is true. So value is left shifted, 32 becomes 64. Here 64 less than or equal to 45, condition fail, comes out of the loop. Okay, but this is not the correct way. So writing, doing all the things is not the right thing. So what to do? Simply, here the value is 1. For every shift operation, the value becomes double. What is the next integer? What is the next integer after 45? That is in terms of 2 power. That is 2 power 6, 64. So 45, the next integer in powers of 2. The next integer in powers of 2 means 64. Simply, this is the answer. For example, here I am giving the value 1023. Simply, the answer is 512. The answer is 512. The value is, why? Because 1023, not 512. So 1023. The next integer is 1024. 1024. Like this. You got it? Now, the last example, C is equal to 15, D is equal to 10, 12. So the first what we are doing, D is equal to C minus 1. D value is equal to 14. Next, print C. Here this is a label and this is called go to statement, go to line. Whenever we are writing go to line, we are moving into the line statement. So first, D is equal to C minus 1. So D value becomes 14. Print C. It prints a value of C. Value of C is 15, right? Next, C is equal to D plus C minus 2. So what is the updated D value? 14. What is C minus 2? 15 minus 2, 13. So C value is equal to 27. C value is equal to 27. If C less than 40, C less than 40, that is 27 less than 40, 27 less than 40, yes, condition true. Now observe carefully, go to line. We are moving into this line. In this, we are printing C value. What is updated C value? The updated C value 27 is printed on the screen. Now again calculate C is equal to D. D value is not updated. D value is 14. Why? This is the repeated statement. That is, whenever we are writing go to line, we are moving to this one. This statement is not executed. So D plus updated C value is 27 minus 2, 25. That is 39. So 39 less than 40. Move to this statement. So 39 is printed on the screen. In the next iteration, D value, that is the 14 plus 37. 14 plus 37, 51. 51 less than 40. Condition fail comes out. So this is the answer. That is, the go-to statement is repeated until the condition is failed. Okay. In the next session, we will move to recursion programs. Thank you.